12Sports team presents your Friday Night Overtime. Only on WBNG.
The preseason clocks are reading 0. The fourth quarter, it's in the book, and that's right. It is time for overtime. Friday night overtime, that is. Thank you for joining us here on WBNG. And joining me in just a bit will be 12 Sports' Michael Villegas as well. We will be breaking down and bringing you all of the highlights from across Section 4. We are kicking off Week 1 with a massive doubleheader as well, and a matchup of sectional champions from last season. The Class B champs, Maine Enwell, hosting the Class A defending champion, Vestal Golden Bears. Both teams ranked in the top 5 in the section, and both are hungry to get back to where they left off last year. Preston Ocker and them boys playing host to JT Gannon, Julian Adams, and the rest of the Golden Bears opening kickoff. Vincent Mancini to the house. Spartans up a touchdown with the offense not even stepping onto the field. A big night for Mancini in all 3 aspects of the game as well. Next drive, Spartans in the red zone. Jaden Branch, he puts the head down. Spartans in the end zone. Emmy jumps out to a 14-0 lead. JT Gannon doing everything he can to keep the Bears in it. First on the ground, the direct snap, 10 yards and the first down. Then at receiver, a little tip drill, a little one-handed grab to keep it away from the defender. That's a pretty catch and a first down, but they were unable to put it in the end zone. Jaden Branch not having that problem. He takes this one 70+ to pay dirt. Maine Enwell defends Spartan country for the second straight week. MEA winner over Vestal, 42-7.
And over to our co-game of the week with Class A versus Class B matchup with Union Endicott. Coming out of a Week 0 loss to Maine Enwell to the Owego River Hawks, and they're seeing their first game action. Out at Ty Cobb Stadium, Union Endicott hosting the Owego River Hawks. Starting in the first quarter, quarterback Joe Gennarelli scrambles on 3rd and 10, tucks it and run. He's able to get the big gain to get the first down and keep the chains moving. Then it was all defense the rest of this half. On 4th and 2, River Hawks go for it. The Tigers able to stop it and able to get a turnover on downs. Back and forth we go with the defense is standing strong. Tigers get it out to Quadir Shabazz for the wide receiver screen, but Jack Bucksbaum sniffs it out for the tackle for loss. In the second quarter, 1st and 10, River Hawks comes out, force a sack fumble, but River Hawks able to recover. Penalty on 1st and 15. Giardelli rolls out, looking, throws it over the middle. Caleb Cole is there for the pick 6. He takes it all the way back, which is where it would stay in halftime. Riverhawks poured on in the second half, getting 4 touchdowns and the shutout over the Tigers, 34-0. The Tioga Tigers hosted their first home game of the season against the Windsor Black Knights. 7 minutes into the match, the Tigers find themselves inside the 10. Sophomore Shane Platkis finds the hole for the first score of the night. On the other side of the field, where Tioga's Jake Brown knocks the ball out of the Windsor back arms. The ball rolls around before defender recovers. Tigers have a chance to capitalize from the turnover, but it's 4th down on the goal line. Black Knights, Ryan Kristoff knocks the ball down to keep it a 1-possession game. Windsor's quarterback Ashton Werner will do it all himself, showing off the speed for a long touchdown to tie the game up at 7. Tioga, though, would go on to win the matchup 31-20.
We head to a Class B versus Class C matchup. This one between the Shenango Forks Blue Devils and the Johnson City Wildcats. Blue Devils, a win in Week 0 over West Hill. They're picking up right where they left off here in Week 1. Second half, already up 13-0. Finn Stark, he goes up the middle. He gets it to the second level. He uses the stiff arm. He gets in the end zone, and the lead is to 20. Wildcats defense doing what they can to stay in it. Felix Morales laying the boom, but it's a short gain. Blue Devils offense clicking. Quarterback Sam Paskey getting in here to Bryson Fry. He makes people miss. He finds the end zone. He gets 6 points there. Wildcats offense doing what they can to get something going. Pitch here after the celebration. Felix Morales again making a couple of people miss. Cutting it back, getting a block, hitting the hurdle. He picks up the first down, but it's not enough. The Blue Devils, they get the Week 1 win over Johnson City, a shutout, 26-0. And in Shenango Valley, the Warriors hosting Delhi in the Bulldogs season opener right out of the gate. Delhi marching down the field. Adam Cook punching it in for 6. Dogs go up 7-0 in the first. CB trying to get things going. Nate Marinaro turning on the Jets. on the kick return. This one for 50+, but not to the end zone, and that was a problem because the Bulldogs would keep the Warriors out of it. Later in the first quarter, Delhi up 14. Give the ball back to the hot hand. Cook in the end zone again, the second house call of the game. Delhi doing damage on the ground. 21-0 lead after the first quarter, and the Bulldogs would bully the Warriors from there in the trenches, getting a dominant 44-6 win. Bulldogs now 1-0. Warriors even at 1-1 on the season.
Heading over to Horseheads, Blue Raiders hosted Norwich under the lights. They're already up one score, but how about another? Dom Carndale hands this one off to Bryce Thomas. Thomas actually bouncing off defender. He'll take it the rest of the way. Blue Raiders extending their lead 14-zip. Second quarter, Carndale hands it off. The play fake so nice, gets the cameraman as well. Lucas Mosher is able to take it the distance for the touchdown, just heating up. Less than a minute to go. Carndale looks to his right. There's Griffin Stevens on the receiving end, shakes off the defender. And right inside the pylon he goes. The Blue Raiders up 28-0, and they stay in the driver's seat the rest of the way. They get the win 42-7. We're going to take a real quick break, but when we come back, more Friday night overtime from more games around the Southern Tier, so don't go anywhere.
No child should ever go without essential health care.
Ready or not, here I come.
That's why Excellus Blue Cross Blue Shield is working to make quality care more accessible for all families. So every child, every hide-and seeker, everybody benefits.
ICE arrested a Peruvian gang leader wanted for 23 murders.
D.C. insider Josh Riley helped write Biden's open border policies that let him in. And Riley and Hochul's policies brought him upstate. Republicans called for the immediate closure of our southern border to stop the historic flow of violent criminals. Mark Molinaro demanded Hochul expel illegals with criminal records immediately. We must fix our broken immigration system.
I'm Mark Molinaro, and I approve this message.
Hi, I'm Dale. I'm a school bus route coordinator for Vestal School District.
My name's Keelan. I'm a science teacher.
I'm Jacob Kubley. I'm a student at Vestal High School.
My name is Tyler Vandervoort, and I am a fire alarm technician at Binghamton University.
I'm Robert Hamilton, and I'm retired.
I'm proud to be a part of the Vestal Fire Department because I love helping my neighbors and being active in my community.
Makes me feel like I'm making a difference here. Truly making a difference.
Being part of the Vestal Fire Department is my second family. These are my friends. They're wonderful people.
We would welcome anyone who wants to be a part of our team because there's a job for you here no matter what your skills are.
I'm Dale. I'm a proud Vestal volunteer fireman.
I'm a proud Vestal volunteer firefighter.
I'm Jacob, and I'm a proud Vestal volunteer firefighter.
I am Tyler, and I am a proud Vestal firefighter.
I'm proud to be a Vestal volunteer firefighter.
I'm Zach Grady, and for decades now, 12 Sports has been your home and your one-stop shop for everything athletic across the Southern Tier.
And this year's no different. We're practically everywhere. From inside the studio to out on the field, 12 Sports has got it all.
Summer, winter, or fall, basketball, baseball, and football. You can count on 12 Sports to be everywhere and all things Southern Tier.
Breaking news here in Metro Atlanta.
This is a hostage situation.
Rethink how you get breaking news.
With Local News Live, you get the big national stories direct from local reporters. Reporters who know the streets and the people. Authentic, unfiltered, live where the story is. Stay close, stay connected, because the big breaking stories are best told by those who live it.
Local News Live. Always streaming on all 12 News digital platforms. The 12 Sports team presents your Friday Night Overtime.
Hey, it may be Friday night overtime, but the Section 4 schedule was so packed, it needed 3 days of coverage to fit it all in. And let's get right to it as we kick off a trio of games that started across the tier on Thursday evening. The Wolverines hosted Binghamton, the defending Class C champs, starting this one off with the safety, and then on the kick return, Colson Keithley slipping past the defense and not looking back. Keithley makes his way all the way down the field. He takes it the distance. That goes in for 6. and a 9-point lead just 1 minute in for the Wolverines. Ben Shaw taking the snap here. He looks to his Husky UConn commit, Xavier Watson. The catch back in the end zone. He's looking good, and so are the Wolverines. They're up 16 at that point. Waverly not stopping. Another kick return. This time, Dalton Davis going up the side. No one will catch him. Waverly extending the lead, and then a minute to go in the first quarter. The handoff to Cooper Robinson, right up the gut. That's good for 6. Waverly up 57-0. They cruise past the Patriots.
To Lansing for a non-conference matchup to start off. Valley quarterback Matthew Kopko, who actually got a school record in this one for passing yards. He gets the bomb to Jesse Fryer, who does the rest of the work down the sideline and sprints to the end zone. The Sabres take an early 14-0 lead in the first quarter. Lansing would get a look to the offense, get going on third down, but Michael McCracken with a tackle for loss to force a punt for the Bobcats. The Sabres would take full advantage, driving down the field as Kopko finds Aiden Howard for the third consecutive drive for a touchdown for the team, all Susquehanna Valley, to start the game. In the second quarter, Bobcats, Dosh Benson gets a handoff just outside the 10. He would do the rest of the work for the first down of the game for the Bobcats. The game was 42-36, Sabres.
A defensive battle in Whitney Point. Eagles trying to execute the reverse. Oneana shutting it down and keeping Whitney Point out of the end zone before half. Yellow Jackets doing the same, keeping the Eagles off the board in the second half. Ethan Harrington with the blocked field goal. Then Riley Waltz sniffing out the screen pass here. He is all over it and all over Samuel Nichols, dropping him in the backfield. But the Whitney Point's defense would answer the call as well. Yellow Jackets driving in third. Chase Jarvis rolling out. Mason Baxter hot on his tail. He picks up the sack. And a couple plays later, Grayson Brockington now under center. He tries to find Marshall Mahal at the goal line. Dylan Whitney says, Whitney Point gets the defensive battle win in the low-scoring affair. Eagles over the Yellow Jackets 9-8. And Ithaca bouncing back after a Week 1 loss to Vestal. They defeat Oswego on the road 48-0. They will move on to Mexico next week.
Tabasa Hancock had its first home game of the season against Oxford Academy, and the Eagles take full control, winning 49-0. Blackhawks get their first loss of the season at home.
Bainbridge Guilford hosting Walton in a non-league matchup. Both squads coming off a Week 0 win. This game all Bobcats as they defeat the Warriors 34-14.
Let's head to 8-man football where Green and Catskill played the Trojans with a huge win as they win the shutout against the Cats 48-0. And on Saturday, Moravia Blue Devils travel to Pembroke Dragons for their matchup. That kickoff is set for 7 p.m.
And there will be 2 other games set for Saturday as well. Sydney and another 8-man game. We'll have all of those on our website as well. So make sure you head on to WBNG for all of that. Michael, thank you for joining us.
Oh, of course.
It was
you think I'm going to miss it?
It's a fun night.
We're going to need some water after that.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for joining us as well here at here at 11. I'm all thrown off. It was such a big night. Come back. 12 News will be here tomorrow, 6 o'clock. 10 o'clock, because there is some college football. And, of course, Southern Tier kickoff in the morning. Be here, 11:30 a.m. I will be. Michael will be live in Cortland. We'll see you later. Have a great night.